So I told myself I'm going to be filming a YouTube video a day, and I can feel how much resistance there is because I've got eczema around my mouth, and it is now 6:30 in the evening and I'm very cold. But it's not going to get done if I don't do it, and that seems obvious, but I'm trying to collect evidence that I am the person that does the things that they say they're going to do. So here we go, my imperfect YouTube video. I have my Wheatie bag on my shoulders, I'm freezing cold, and my cup of tea. And I wanted to share today, I think it was 5 questions that I had in my journal this morning, that for the life of me, I cannot remember where I found these questions from, but I did my morning pages this morning and they were here already. So if you know where these questions come from, let me know, because I have no idea. But anyway, so I was feeling really self-critical the other day, and it's kind of been a pattern recently where I compare myself, and the amount of time I spend on my phone directly correlates to how critical I am of myself. I tend to compare myself a lot. I compare the way that I look, my finances, jobs, careers, friends. It's just a vicious cycle, and the more that I spend online, the more I compare myself. So I was feeling particularly self-critical the other day when I wrote these questions down. But after doing them, it just brought me a lot of peace, which was really, really cool. And so I'm just going to walk you through these questions, and I hope you do them, and I hope they help, because they really helped me a lot when I was being self-critical this morning. So the first question is, what are your core values? Now you can use a chart, and you can, like a values chart, and you can kind of like pick out 6 or 8 of these. I just like freestyled. In morning pages, I don't know if you've done it, but if you have done morning pages, you know that if you do it for long enough, your ideas just start flowing. So given a prompt, you're A for away. The second question is, what is your definition of an ideal person? Now, I don't know if this ideal person means like an ideal partner, an ideal just person in the world, or like your ideal self. So I kind of interpreted it as like an ideal person, a role model, I guess, and just spoke about how I think my ideal person carries himself on the day-to-day. And then the third question is, what do you have in common with this person? And I was very surprised that I had a lot in common with like my ideal person. So that was really nice. And then, yeah, number 4, do they share similar core values to you? Again, a lot of overlap between my core values and this ideal person, which was really nice. And then number 5, what are the biggest differences? The differences that I identified are areas that I would like to improve. So they're not my strengths, but they're definitely still values of mine that I know that I need to practice a bit more. So it was really good to do this exercise and see how closely I matched my ideal person, the way that I am, the way that I carry myself in the world. I am very like, it's so beautiful. I felt like at times like I was just talking about myself, which when you're being self-critical and when everything feels better than you and out of reach and inaccessible, that was really powerful to see. You know, I'm still so aligned with what I believe in and what I feel most comfortable and most confident doing and existing and being in the world, and so that was really, really nice. So if you're feeling self-critical, I'm going to leave those questions below, and even if you just set a timer for 15 minutes and let your words flow on a piece of paper, I promise that if you're being self-critical, this is going to help. I hope you have a lovely day and you're doing better than you think.